Hi, I'm Loli, and I'm so glad you are here. We are starting this project with this tray that I got from a local thrift shop for $1. First thing I'm going to do is go ahead and take some wipes from Dollar Tree and make sure that I give it a nice, good cleaning. Once it's nice and shiny, I'm going to go ahead and cover it with 3 coats of this chalk paint. Then I'm going to use one of these rubber transfers from Dollar Tree. I'm going to place it at the center of my tray and tape it down using some masking tape. I just want to give you a quick thank you for clicking on my video. Thank you for watching, and I hope you enjoy it. Once the transfer is stable, I'm going to go ahead and use my little scraper from Dollar Tree and rub the entire thing using it. The trick is to see how it becomes cloudy as it adheres to the surface. Now that it's done, I'm removing that tape, and there was an area that was a little bit faded at the end, but I liked it. So here I'm taking 2 of these little handles that I got from Dollar Tree, and I'm gluing them using some hot glue. This is just temporary. I just want to see exactly where I want to place them, make sure that they're nice and straight. The screws that they came with were not long enough to help me with this, so I'm going to see how it works like this. Then, once I was happy with what it was looking, I came in with an E6000, and I'm going to use the markings that the hot glue left behind to know exactly where I'm going to put the E6000 to create a permanent hole between these 2 pieces. And I'm going to repeat the same process with the other handle as well. I let it dry overnight and then added a sealant. And that is it for this one. For the next inspiration this evening, we are going to be making over this little nail soder that I got at my local thrift shop for $3. I removed that sticker, cleaned it, and then gave it 2 coats with this spray paint from Rust-Oleum. And then we are going to go ahead and add some Mod Podge to the very front. As you see right there, I'm putting a generous amount of it, making sure that it is nice and thin, and I have every single portion of that section covered with this, so I have good adhesion on the next step. Then I took one of these tissue papers from Dollar Tree. I'm going to use the bind one, and I cut a section that was big enough to cover the front, and I'm going to use the edges of it to position the tissue paper in that indentation at the front. And I did this once the Mod Podge was nice and tacky to avoid any excess wrinkling. I paid close attention to all the edges. I wanted to make sure that this was properly adhered into that edges, so it will be a seamless transition. And here I'm using a balled up piece of saran wrap to smooth out any wrinkles. And here I'm just using the wet brush to make sure that it was nicely adhered. Now I'm taking my X-Acto knife and I'm putting it through that edge at the top to remove the excess paper. This is what it looked like so far. And then I'm going to take this rub-on transfer that I got from Dollar Tree, and I chose this one that says Farmhouse, and we're going to put it right there at the curb at the top. And using my scraper tool from Dollar Tree, I'm going to go ahead and rub this on and lift until the entire word is adhered to my piece. And this is what it's looking like so far. But I wanted this distressed, so I took this sanding block or this emery board from Dollar Tree, and I'm just sanding off the edges in different places of this mailer just to give it a distressed look and give it more of a farmhouse look as well. And I truly love how this piece turned out. It is truly a work of art. I'm so proud of it. Here it is all completed. Let me know what you think. Friends, this video is part of the Third Thursday Thrift Flip Open and Buy collaboration that is hosted every other month on the third Thursday by Tammie from the Rustic Willow and Marika from Marika Creations. The links to their channels and to their playlist will be linked in the description box below and also pinned in the comments. Make sure that you head on over to their channels and to their playlist and show everyone some love. All right, let's head on over to the next inspiration. So I found this little jug at my local thrift shop for 75 cents. Just going to go ahead and clean it very well. And I gave it 3 coats of my black folk art chalk paint. Once it fully dried, I took some of this white wax from Waverly and a lint-free cloth, and I'm going to rub it on the entire surface of this picture, making sure to get into the little nooks and crannies.
I did leave the nooks and crannies of the bottom portion of the picture done. I liked how the white over the raised section look in that portion with the black being in the indentations. But for that area above that line, I wanted to make sure to have this along every single nook and cranny. Have a different plan for that part. And I also made sure to rub it against all the other surfaces that are flat in the top and on the sides and on the very inside of the picture. Just making sure to have a decent amount of that wax on my rag and not to rub too hard, because that will mean I will be removing some of that chalk paint, since we are working with this that is wet, and chalk paint is easy to be distressed if you using a wet agent over it. Here I am touching up some sections in which the black paint rubbed off, so I'm just making sure that that's nice and filled in. Then I'm going to come in with a small brush and I'm going to add some of that white wax into the nooks and cranny of this part here. Once I was happy with the amount of wax on there, I'm coming back in with my brush and I'm going to add some black paint to every single raised surface on here, making sure to keep my brush just with minimum amount of paint and just using a paper towel there to remove any excess. And then I'm just rubbing the brush like on the side of it, like laterally on there on the surface, to add the paint to all of the raised areas to bring back the picture in this picture. Watch how all this comes to life. Look how beautiful that's coming out. You can see the little branches on the tree, the horse, the two horses. It's beautiful. Look at that. Let me know what you think. Friends, if you enjoyed this video so far, don't forget to give the video a thumbs up. And check out that doggy on the handle. I absolutely love this piece. Let me know what you think.
And here we go with the next inspiration.
I used this shadow box that I found at my local thrift shop for $2, and I painted the inside with my white Back and Decor paint and primer, but then I wasn't happy with it. So I came back with my rich black from Folk Art and gave the entire piece a full coat with this paint, including the outside. Then I took some of this white glue from Dollar Tree and applied it into the back panel. And I'm going to make a nice even coat, and a generous one as well, making sure not to get any glue on the sides. I added some tape to the sides for the next step and just let the glue dry a little bit. Then I came in and added some of my Black & Decker white paint and primer over the glue, as it was still, the majority of it was still wet. And I'm going to go ahead and cover the whole thing, making sure that it's a thick coat, because I'm only going to give it one coat of paint. And once I was done with that, I took my heat gun and I'm going to go over the entire piece. And there you see before your eyes how the crackle begins to appear. I love this effect, guys. I've been wanting to try this for a while, and finally today I did. I was inspired by Gigi. She did a her channel is At Home with Gigi. Her name is Gwen, and she did one recently, and I'm like, you know what, I always wanted to try. Let me give it a try for this video. And I liked how it turned out. The top didn't come out as many crackle as I wanted, so I'm coming back over it with the black paint once more, only in that section. I'm going to dry it very quickly using my heat gun, and I'm going to apply another coat of that glue also to that section, and I'm going to do the exact same thing I did before. Make it nice and even and add the white paint over it and use my dryer one more time. I love how it turned out. Look at that. Then I took one of these farm fresh words from Dollar Tree. It comes in a pack of 6, I believe, during the fall time. And I just covered it with my Richback full card chalk paint, only giving it 1 coat. Here I'm removing the tape. I should have removed it while the paint was still wet, because here I was having some of the tape pull up the paint. And to avoid that, it's best to remove the tape once the paint is still wet. All right, so we were able to take that off, and I'm going to take that word I just painted and attach it using some hot glue onto the top section of the shadow box. My friends, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell and set it to all so you're notified on all of my videos. And then I'm going to take one of these little, I don't know, they're not really magnets or anything, they're just decor pieces from the Dollar Tree. It's a little barn, and I'm going to just attach it using some hot glue. And I position it right underneath of the farm fresh word. And you think I'm done? I'm not done yet. It looks cute, but I'm not done yet. So I took some of this polka dotted ribbon from Dollar Tree and I created a small bow, just crossing it around itself, like crisscross applesauce. And then I'm just going to bunch it up in the middle and tie it with a piece of jute cord in the middle as well. I dovetailed the ends and we were good to go. But this was covering the words. So I tucked in those tails and just kept the top half of the bow. Then I came in with these pieces of eucalyptus I had left over from a previous DIY, and I'm gluing them right behind the bow, as you see there. I needed a longer stem, so I just removed one of the leaves off the bottom, so I was able to add the stem to the back of the bow. And after some fluffing and repositioning, we are done with this one. You'll see it in the final reveal.
And here we go with the next inspiration.
This is this sign that I got from my local thrift shop as well. And I just took some of my white Black & Decker paint and primer, and I am covering the words to this piece. I did like the greenery, and I did like the frame as it was, so I left it the way it was. I've dried that with my heat gun, and now we're going to use this family word, and I'm going to paint in black with my full card chalk paint. Then it was the perfect size for this, so I just position it on there. Now I'm coming in with some boxwood from Dollar Tree, and I'm going to cut off a couple stems on it to create a little arrangement here at the top. Once I position these two, I figure, you know what, it's too much. So I'm going to go ahead and split this into 2 separate pieces. So I am making the greenery a little bit smaller, and that was a perfect size. Then I took a piece of jute cord, and I'm going to use it to tie these 2 pieces in place together, and I'm going to wrap the cord around the 2 stems until I cover it. And this will help me with having a little bit more surface area to glue this to this piece. I tied it in place and added a little bit of hot glue to make sure that that knot did not slip away. Then I attach it using some hot glue. Now it's time for my embellishments. So I'm going to take this polka dotted ribbon from Dollar Tree, and we're going to create a bow for this. And I just added it right there to the middle, just gluing it with some more hot glue. Then I took one of these burlap flowers from Dollar Tree, and we're going to glue it right in the middle of the bow, right there, with a generous amount of hot glue. And it's looking so pretty, right? I love this piece so far. Look at that. Look how cute. But it was looking kind of starky for me, that black. So I took it off once more, and I'm going to distress the edges using my emery board just to have this match a bit better with the frame. I want this to have a distressed look as well, but I also like how the black popped. And then I position it again. There was not even need for any glue because it just fit there perfectly. And now this piece is done. Let me know what you think.
And here we go with the final reveal. Don't forget to let me know in the comments which one of these is your favorite, and if you have any ideas, anything that you would like to add, or something that you suggest I might do in my next video, I'm all ears. So make sure that you let me know in the comments. My friends, as always, thank you so much for watching. Be blessed, be a blessing, and craft responsibly. And if you would like to follow me on social media, here are my social media links. And don't forget to visit my friends in the playlist. And here are some suggestions that you are sure to enjoy. And you're more than welcome to binge away with this playlist as well. Thanks again so much for watching. You're amazing. Bye.